What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. So we're going to do a little something different here. I'm going to start a little bit of a series each and every day. So with the live stream, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do a lot more futures trading on stream. I'm still going to do all my charting on Thinkorswim. That's just where I trade options. It's just more comfortable to me. I've got my charts set up the way that I like them on Thinkorswim. So I'll just be executing on Apex as well as Top Step on my side monitor over here. But we're gonna play it very, very conservative. So the whole goal of the series, we're gonna try to get funded 6 figures by the end of the year. Now I'm already funded with Top Step 50K. I've got one 50K Apex account. I'm not gonna really include those into what I'm doing here. So these are gonna be fresh accounts. Today's gonna be day one. We're just going to kind of see, can you get funded trading very small size, very conservatively, 1-2 micros at a time, building up that cushion, really sticking to the goals, trying to just stack those small wins, stack those small days, and then, seeing what you can do with it, right? So again, as the year comes to a close, we get into the final quarter of the year here. My options account is pretty good on the year, right? So I don't want to do anything stupid the last 2 months to where like I give away, a quarter's worth of gains or something. Pretty content as to where I am. So I can take a little bit of time now and start to actually focus on growing my, the amount that I'm looking to have under management with these prop firms, right? So that's what I'm going to basically be looking at. I'll still also in the live stream be looking at the options plays. You know me, I'm never going to get away from trading those options when those trades kind of present themselves. But for the most part, we are going to kind of just keep our eyes on the market. So as I see the options plays, I'm definitely going to let you guys know what levels I'm looking at. So basically what I have on my screen right now is just going to be the NQ on the left-hand side of the screen. We're going to be looking at the ES on the right-hand side of the screen. And like I said, for those of you guys who are joining in and kind of watching here, we've got a couple of fresh accounts here with Apex. We're going to be starting today. The goal is to get funded 6 figures by the end of the year. Now, again, it might take 10 days to pass, right? It might take 10 days to get 6 figures funded. But I like to give it enough time, right? There's no rush with these prop firms. You have all the time in the world to pass. So it's not like we need to try to, rush out and go get funded in one day. You'll be real surprised at how fast those $100-$200 days stack up, right? So again, what I've got marked out on the charts, and I don't know why I don't have it here. Oh yeah. What I've got marked out on the charts right now is the ES high and low from yesterday. So 4,200, 4142s, that's our range. We're kind of trading at the top of the range here on the ES. We're trading smack dab in the middle. We're trading smack dab in the middle here of the NQ, 14,481 and 14,304. So kind of keep your eyes on that. Good morning, YouTube. Still not setting live notifications, huh? Yeah, I thought I turned those on. I'm going to have to go back and check my settings again. Let me kind of see here. See if I can do it while I'm live streaming now. All right, so the settings look good. Pilar, the settings look good. Hopefully tomorrow you get an alert when I do go live. So we're gonna kind of just be watching here off the open. Now again, I've been kind of waiting back a little bit on especially on the futures and on the options side of things. I've been kind of waiting back a little bit, 30 minutes off the open. I really want to see that opening range get put in, right? I want to see what are we doing in the first 30 minutes? What are we doing in the first hour candle? From there, I like to then see, what's got the most amount of potential, and is there enough room for me to take a trade? Is there enough room for me to take a trade? So again, the main thing on the option side of things, as I kind of mentioned in Discord, I hope the NASDAQ has fixed their data feed, because the last few days has really been making it hard on technical analysis, just due to the fact that the wicks are actually getting put into the daily candlesticks. So like I was kind of mentioning yesterday on Discord, was that, by no means did Tesla touch 191, right? But I have a pivot now of 191 on Tesla, which is not valid, right? So that 191 is not valid. And even today, I don't think that they fixed it, because I'm looking here at Tesla, and we actually, again, I wasn't up this early, but it's actually got us testing, 191.25. And there was no price action that traded down there at 191.25 on Tesla. So a little odd, right? A little odd. But hopefully they get all that kind of stuff sorted out, so it makes things from a technical standpoint a little bit better. So what I'm looking at right now off the bell is ES and NQ. We're kind of pushing up towards this 20 period moving average. I'd like to see the opening range kind of get confirmed. Just remember though, guys, that these ranges right off the bell tend to be very, very big. So if you're going to trade something like the NASDAQ off the bell, you could be essentially looking at a 50 point candle that technically you would have to be using as a stop, right? I mean, just to even allow the move to get set up here. So what would be the best case scenario for the bulls would be a nice washout. Like if we washed out right now, we trap those shorts going into the first hour candle close and then reverse. That's what you want to see for a much needed dead cat bounce. Now, again, the dead cat bounce can last 1, 2, 3 days. That's fine. But in order for these charts to get set up for more continuation to the downside, we need a bounce, right? Now, it doesn't have to happen, but if you just go back to the daily chart on, the triple Qs, the NASDAQ or whatever, we kind of stopped in the middle of no man's land. We were a little bit shy of testing that 200 period moving average, that 200 SMA on the daily time frame. I would have liked to see that get tagged versus just kind of stopping in between supply and demand on the daily time frame. That would create a much more bigger bounce going forward. That might be 2 or 3, 4 days even before the next kind of downturn. So again, we don't have to get down there, but it's typically what you want to see, right? When you're trading below macro supply on the daily time frame, the last thing you want to see is a gap up, right? That's the last thing you want to see is a gap up when we're trading below supply, because typically those moves off the open that are going green tend to get stuffed and then reverse, and it traps a lot of traders. So then in that particular situation, you're kind of trapped at the top of the candle, and it never really comes back to, save you or get you out of the play. What you want to see, if you're looking for a long or you're looking for a bounce off the open, is you want to see a washout or you want to see a gap down. Then you want to see bears get trapped, right? Sellers get trapped and then go red to green. That's ideally the best type of dead cat bounces and how they start. So again, because we're in the middle of the range here, I've got the levels marked out on the NQ. We're smack dab in the middle of the range from yesterday's. Again, the highs 14,481 and the bottom 14,304. That's yesterday's range. The ES is trading a little bit at the top half of yesterday's range. 4,200 is our high from yesterday and 41.42 is the low. So again, like I said, I need to see some more data kind of play out, right? I need to see a little bit more data play out. Again, for some of you guys who are joining, These live streams, as we get closer to the end of the year, you guys already know that I trade options a lot. My options account is really, really good, right? Like I've been blessed this year to have a really good trading year. I don't really need to kind of put a lot of pressure on my options place. So what I'm trying to say is I don't really need to look for 5, 6, 7, 8 trades right off the bell. And kind of, you know, scalp my brains out, right? Like I can kind of sit back a little bit, focus on some of my bigger plans for 2024, which is obviously putting more money into some of these prop firms, getting additional funding, and again, trying to add on another 6 figures before the end of the year. It's 2 months away before 2024. There's plenty of time to get 6 figures, you know, even multiple 6 figures funded by the end of the year. There's no stress. I'm going to be trading very, very small size, very, very conservatively, looking to stack $100 here, $200 there, really stick to my rules. And I kind of want to showcase that on stream and just kind of show that it is possible to get funded, and you don't have to, you know, go about it all in one day. You know, you don't have to, you know, try to get funded within the first week. You know, it's like a lot of people, you know, you start over trading too much and you just got to sit down and relax a little bit. So we are looking at the pullback here. We're looking at the washout here. NQ is washing out. And now again, for me, there's no active short, even though we're kind of pushing below some of these pre-market lows here. This is not a candlestick that I'm looking to chase, right? Because if you just take into context what I said, you know, a few minutes ago, some of the best possible dead cat bounces start on gap downs or washouts off the open. So the active short, someone would have needed to have been on the screens at 5:30 PST. Again, for everyone who's listening, I'm in California, so I'm always going to speak in Pacific Standard Time. Again, I don't like going back and forth between New York, Mountain, and all this other shit, right? So PST. So at 5:30 a.m., we did get the setup that closed below the 20 SMA. Now your confirmation was at 5:35. So technically, if you were on the charts, you should be short. This would be where you would want to be selling for profits, because again, that gave you an entry at around 424, and we're currently trading at 359. So you're looking at 100 points, right? Take your money 5 minutes off the bell and go back to bed or go do something else, right? Now, again, for most of us normal people, we're barely stumbling onto the charts now. So, you know, we're looking for our first play, but chasing a move like this off the open is definitely not something that interests me or appetizes me at all. I'm not really in a rush, you know, and I don't really see a need to rush, right? So again, if you guys happen to take a scalp here off this washout, you know, treat it as such, right? Treat it as such. Meaning, you know, kind of lock in some gains here and kind of sit back for your bigger play. And again, for this series, you know, I'm definitely going to just be sticking to my strategy here. I'm not going to be looking for XYZ. I'm not going to be looking for every new candlestick low and every new high of day break and what's the new setup every 30 fucking seconds here. We only get multiple setups. My strategy yesterday, you know, and I teach it a lot here on YouTube for fucking nothing, right? Just it's an easy system that you guys can use. Using momentum in short-term change in trends using the 20-period moving average. Yesterday on the NQ, it gave 6 setups, okay? Literally 6 setups that, yes, maybe 2 or 3 of them had you in a little bit of drawdown, 20 points here, 15 points here, so, but they all hit for over 20 to 25 points. Some of them hit for 80, some of them hit for 50. So again, if you stay patient and your risk management is on point, you'll allow yourself to kind of be in these moves to where you can kind of let them play out. And this is exactly the washout that I wanted to see here. This is exactly what I wanted to see. So you can see the NASDAQ is kind of washing out to yesterday's lows here. And again, I don't have any active setup, right? So that's the main thing. A lot of traders want to look for these imaginary plays. Again, you can justify an entry for anything, right? Like if I sit here, I can justify getting in short because we closed below the 200 SMA. This candle at 635 confirmed that low, and I'm going to take that into previous day low. Is that justifiable? Of course. So if you can justify that and you can have manage your risk, take the trade, right? Take the trade. What do you need someone to tell you to take the trade, to click the buy and sell button? No. But if you're not looking for that, right? If you're not necessarily looking for that, now you might be looking at this candlestick now and thinking to yourself, well, I can still catch it a little bit. And it's the moment you do that this snaps back 30 points while you're oversized and you get stopped out, and now you're crying about it because you know you're being impatient. So always understand, guys, what you're looking for, right? Understand what you're looking for. You know, be confident in your skills, right? At the end of the day, this is a skill set. Be confident. Don't be overconfident or you're cocky, but just be confident. So at this point, what would I be looking for? For me personally, what I would be looking for now on the NASDAQ as well as the ES, right? So like I said, I got these two new accounts loaded up here. One of them I'm probably going to trade a little bit more ES. The other one I'm going to trade a little bit more NASDAQ. But what I would be looking for is on this washout, we come down in here, we start to create a little bit of a floor. We come back and at some point in time, reclaim the 20 period moving average, right? The 20 SMA. We reclaim that, we confirm that, I go long, we go red to green on the day. That would be a beautiful trade. That would more than likely might be an all day hold, right? Might be. That would be beautiful. The next trade that I would be looking for is a back test into the 20 SMA. Maybe reclaims it. Maybe I take a loss there on the trade if it fails. And then we re-lose the 20 SMA and confirm back down to the short side. And I take that short back down into the low of day or below. Those are the two trades that I'm looking for right now off the bell. Again, I have to wait for them to set up. How long it's going to take, I have no idea. So we can just sit here and shoot the shit until then. Right? We can shoot the shit until I get something good. We got Biggs in Discord talking about that PDD. Guys, if any of you guys were looking at that PDD, looks like it's moving for you. We're getting a nice washout here on the Nvidia as well on the option side of things. So again, I'm going to keep my charts on the futures. I just got another chart. I got another screen here that I'm looking at my options stuff here. But this Nvidia is actually losing this bottom of the range here. So this 398, that 398 level, that floor on the Nvidia has been lost. Again, what do we got here? 20 minutes until the new hour candle. I'm still personally holding one contract. I started a swing trade on Nvidia at 422, guys. So that's up a nice little penny. Again, it's one contract, but it is up 100%. And I do have a price target on Nvidia. I bought it 1 month out, and I do have a price target on Nvidia at like 360s, 370s, right? So that's what I'm looking for on a bigger swing like that. So in a particular case like that, where, yeah, maybe Nvidia is providing a little bit of an opportunity today for a scalp, I'm not so pressed to get into it right away because I do have a little size on it, right? I've already got a little something on it. What I'm going to be looking for on the video, because we've broken through those lows, right? Those lows of 398. What I'm looking for now is if we confirm the opening hour lows, I will take more additional size on that. Okay, more additional size on that. But again, it's like the last thing you want to do is chase the big move. The last thing you want to do is chase the big move down just to be set up for a nice little trap, right? I mean, I see it happen all the time. I see, you know, traders justify that, hey, you know what, we just lost pre-market lows on XYZ, market's sinking. Next thing you know, you're jumping in and you're at the end of the tail whip on that thing and it's going the opposite direction, right? So you know, just be careful.
Are you still sitting out till basically the first hour closes in the morning?
Exactly. Yeah. I'll still be waiting for that first 30 minutes to close. You know, unless someone was sitting on a specific level that you had marked out prior to pre-market.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have to wait, right? So again, you know, I'm looking at my charts on the other screen here, but if someone was looking at Nvidia, for example, below pre-market lows, I believe it was 404. I believe it. And I'm gonna have to go to my other. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute here. It was actually pre-market lows on Nvidia was 402.90. So if
Yeah.
someone was looking at the 402s on Nvidia, as soon as we opened, you have to understand that we had support at 400. So you initially have $2 worth of potential. You take the trade through 402s. You sell half of your size at 400. You hold a runner to break even, and then you should be all out, right? I mean, we came all the way back down to 391, which was the next target area. So again, that was a great trade. A trader would have needed to understand where those two demand zones were at in order to take them. But that was a hell of a trade. If someone took it on Nvidia, you should be all out. So for me, what I would be looking for, because I'm not involved in that move through pre-market, is I would be looking for some kind of catch here, some kind of trap of these shorts, trap them, a little bit of a bounce, and then if and when it confirms the 392 or 391, whatever the low is, then I would go in short. That would be like a second entry, right? Because your first move was a loss of that daily range and the pre-market lows. So you know, on the option side of things, some of the other things that I was looking for was Amazon, right? I'm looking at Amazon through yesterday's highs. So I believe we did kind of break that. I don't know if we did it in the pre-market or not. Looks like
It looked like it broke it on the first candle with the wick.
yeah, so we broke that now. Obviously, I'm not in that position, but I'll be looking to get in over the 133 and change, right? That would be my level I would look for on a new hour candle, right? So on a new hour candle. So that would be, you know, around 133.30s. 133.30s, if it happens, I'm going to consider taking that for a little bit of a long. Again, like I've already touched on the video, what I would be looking for there. Tesla was the other one, you know, got that nice washout into the 190s. I did start a swing on Tesla yesterday to the long side. Again, that's in a little bit of drawdown right now, but I'm still pretty confident in a little bit of a bounce here. Again, for me, when I say bounce, it doesn't mean that I'm saying this is the low, guys, and we're going all the way back up to the highs. I'm just talking about a 1, 2, 3 day bounce, right? Maybe even a week. I'm not talking about going back up to highs. I'm not talking about testing levels that we've seen, you know, 3 months ago. Just talking about a little bit of a relief. That's what I mean when I say dead cat bounce, right? It could be one day, it could be a week, but that's what I'm looking for, right? Again, I'm not opposed to taking the shorts though as well, because there's still some stocks that look like shit and got more room to go down. So we definitely want to keep our eyes on those as well. As far as the futures, guys, I'm still waiting. You know, I don't see anything yet. Again, if someone did take that initial washout, I hope that you sold for some gains, kind of locked it in. More than likely, if you did take any type of washout off the open here, you know, just to kind of recap, the NASDAQ 100 lost this 200, closed below it, confirmed at 635, and went from a price of 373 all the way down to 328. It's 50 points. So if you didn't take profits on a 50-point kind of washout here, I don't know what to tell you. That's your fault, right? That's your fault. So again, what I will be personally looking for on this road to getting an additional $100,000 funded with these prop firms is I'm looking for 20 points, guys, 25 points. Now, again, am I sitting there on my ass, you know, waiting? I have to get 20, you know, will I sell at 17? Sure. Will I hold a little bit more past 2025? Of course. It depends on the momentum. It depends on the momentum. It depends on how you feel. Again, it comes with a little bit of level of experience. You know, you don't, just because you have a price target doesn't mean it needs to hit it to a T, right? It doesn't have to fucking hit it to a T, but I'm looking for something around 20 to 25 points on my particular plays. And why I'm looking for that is because I'm going to be playing a lot smaller size. So I'm looking for a bigger move. Okay. I'm looking for a bigger move. And the game plan here is anywhere between $100 and $200 on the day. I will just stop trading. I will just let those days kind of stack up. And again, giving myself a couple of months here until 2024 to get this additional $100,000 funded. My goal, right? My goal on the prop firm side of things, for those of you guys who are on YouTube, my goal always with prop firms, I've been funded on and off with these prop firms, using them as extra cash flow for about a year and a half now. A little bit, yeah, about a year and a half now. Is for every $100,000 that I get funded, I just look to make 2 to 3% a month, right? And again, is that a lot? No. It could, some consider it a lot, sure. But even if you make 1 to 2%, you're looking at an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month. It's not a lot, right? You're not going to be flying around in a private fucking jet making $1,000 a month. But the idea and the concept is to have multiple, not just 100,000. Maybe get 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. You start getting 4 or 5 accounts and making 1 to 3%. You're talking about making an extra $2, $3, $4, $5,000 a month. Now, when you have other income sources, such as maybe a 9 to 5, maybe you do a little bit of options trading, maybe you have a little bit of long-term shares being held as with equities, an extra $3, $4, $5,000 a month is not bad. And again, that's completely scalable, right? So I know for a lot of you guys, I mean, who don't really know my backstory, I came from a different industry outside of trading where, we were in sales and distribution and manufacturing. So I kind of had a business that was putting products direct to consumer as well as B2B. The thing I would always tell my sales guys is the more stores, right? The more stores that we're in, the more numbers and volume we're going to do, right? So you have to look at it. It's scalable, right? It's scalable. I don't want 100 units in 5 stores. I want 100 units across 1,000 stores. Like that's the whole idea. And it's the same idea with trading these prop firms. So many people get hung up that if they just get one account, their life's going to change. Your life will change once you get, 10, 15, 20 of these fucking bastards, right? So again, don't worry about the first one. Let's worry about getting 10 of them to start, 5 of them. We got new hour candle coming out in 9 minutes, guys. New hour candle getting started in 9 minutes here. You can see we're starting to create a little bit of a floor here, a little bit of a floor on the ES. NASDAQ looks the same. Keeping the charts very clean and simple too as well, guys, on the futures. All I have is a 20, a 200, and my linear regressions. The white lines that you see on my screen is previous day high, previous day low. Looking at Meta on the hourly view, came down and kind of tagged its 50 SMA, bouncing off of that. Tesla kind of came down and tested its 1 hour 20 SMA. Or excuse me, Amazon came down and tested its 20 SMA. Again, that's kind of stuck in the middle of the range there. Nothing much on that. Again, I'm looking for the high side breakout on Amazon. Tesla, I suppose if we're going to see any more continuation to the downside, these bullshit wicks that we had yesterday at 191 need to get confirmed. So the 191.30s need to get confirmed on Tesla. Again, that's the only problem that I've really had taking a lot of confidence plays in the couple of stocks that I like to trade, which is Tesla and Nvidia, is those false wicks have completely screwed up my pivots for the next day. I know I had someone in Discord yesterday asking about, why does the data feed being all screwed up have anything to do with, why would it be a problem? And it's a problem because my pivot level on Tesla now is 191.32. So can I trust the 193, 192 from yesterday, or do I have to go with this 191? Right, that's the situation. There's a slippage there of $2 due to these false ticks that were happening. Again, I haven't seen it happen before, but I kind of spoke to my mentor about it. I mean, he's seen it in the past over the years. Normally takes a couple of days to get sorted out. It's just a little bit of a sticky situation.
What's weird on that is
Yeah.
like it doesn't show up on TradingView as a third party platform. Their low yesterday is 194.63 for Tesla.
See, which was the price action that was traded on Tesla.
Yeah.
So it's like it has to do with the servers that they're on. It wasn't every exchange. That's the thing. It wasn't every exchange. Like if you look at your level 2, you got multiple different fucking exchanges out on there. It wasn't every exchange that the servers were getting their data feeds kind of swapped over to the new server. So like on platforms like, Thinkorswim that may be using a different variety. I know my mentor uses eSignal, which is an old school platform, for large accounts, even things like Lightspeed and stuff like that. Those platforms that have all of these exchanges on them and getting the live data feeds from each and every single exchange, we're getting these false ticks just due to the false data from whatever. So that creates a problem. So because it moves our moving averages around, and it moves our technical indicators around, and for the sake of technical analysis, I mean, if we want to be able to trust technical analysis, we have to trust the data, right? So for me, I would need to wait for this 191.32 to get broken, even though I already know that yesterday's low was 194, 193. But what else did I have in the watch list? I really didn't create a watch list yesterday because the charts looked like they don't look good at all. The CrowdStrike 175.71 long, that was a pivot from yesterday. See what that's doing. Down $1.50, nothing. Amazon, the 133s, we obviously have those highs of 133.30s. The Meta 299 short, the AMD 97.53 long. So a little longs, a little shorts. I never really like my watch list is going halfway one way and halfway the other way. That AMD put in a low in the pre-market of around 95.69 and confirmed that off the open here, and it shot all the way down to $93. So if someone was kind of sitting on that, I need to check the 5-minute view here and see when we actually lost it. Yep. So if someone was sitting on, for example, guys, those of you guys who are in my room, I had Amazon 97, or excuse me, the AMD long-sided pivot did not confirm at the 97. However, if you look at the daily chart, right, if you kind of flip over to the daily chart and you flip over to pre-market, that 95, right, that 95 in change, let's just call it in change, the 95 in change, if lost, had room to 94.57. So you had about $1 worth of room. It overshot that and went all the way down to around 94.10. So let's call it that. So you could have made about $1 on that, but you would have had to understand where your support was, because if you didn't, you're trapped right now. And that's the main thing, guys. You got to understand where your fucking shit's at.
Where did you pull the 94.57 from? Is that a 1 hour or yesterday's low?
On AMD?
Yeah.
Let's look at the 5-minute. Let's look at the 5-minute view. What's the low we got today?
94.07.
Yeah, that's the 94. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you said 94.57.
No, 94 and change. 94. Yeah, 94.50 is a linear regression. So 94.50
Okay.
would be where you would want to take profits. But I'm just saying the actual low is a 94.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah. So if you're going to take something like that, right? If you're going to take something like that through a pre-market low, what's your potential? If someone was to ask me why take this trade, well, a loss of pre-market lows has potential to 94.50. So I've got to take that trade between
Okay.
the 95 and change into the 94.50. You know,
Gotcha.
whatever it does after that, it does after that. But you know, we don't have any control of that. But as long as you have an idea of where potentially it can go. New hour candle in 1 minute here, guys. So we got that initial little washout here. You know, if some of these stocks, again, not all of them, because these stocks are, a lot of them are broken. The charts are broken, meaning, you know, they're in between areas of supply and demand. But some of the better ones, if they can go red to green, would create a really good dead cat bounce.
What about Amazon Amazon just kind of wicked over its 20 right now?
Yeah, on a 5 minute view. So even something on Amazon, let's say Amazon confirms this 20 play, I would be interested in taking that long, right? Now understand we have that supply, yesterday's highs or pre-market highs. That's fine. Let's look at that area as a first area to kind of maybe take some profits off depending on what it wants to do there. But you can use a very tight stop here on Amazon at around like 131.80s. Like if we use the day's lows as a stop, it's a very low risk trade here. Now, again, you're playing for a potential dead cat bounce, but if you're wrong, you have a clear out, which I might be interested in taking a little bit of that as well. Contracts aren't that expensive, so we can kind of get a little bit of size here and see if I can get something going on it. Again, guys, on future side, I haven't taken a trade on the futures yet. It's kind of hanging back. Also, guys, kind of keep that Tesla on watch here. It's kind of tested those previous hour highs and kind of just sitting right there, pulling back just a slight bit. But Tesla does have a little bit of room to kind of get going here. If it does, 5 minute view looks okay, and it kind of has a little bit of room on the hourly to get going into 202. So if the market does provide a little bit of a relief today at some point in time, you know, we get going, I would be looking at a 202 kind of, you know, initial take profit, just due to the fact that especially I am swinging my normal size on these things, and I do want to trim that risk down a little bit.
Hey, D, you might want to scroll over the ES candles a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I see. I gotcha. Thanks. Yeah, so the ES kind of coming down into this linear regression I got here on a 5 minute view. Biggs has got us on taking a look at the daily chart on LVS, guys, Las Vegas Sands. Looking at a potential little dead cat bounce here using a stop loss at the 20 SMA. Looks good over 47. He says, I haven't taken a look at the chart, but we know Biggs is on his levels pretty good.
That's old.
Is that old?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah it is. Why the hell am I on that channel?
I was on the PDD.
Oh, yeah. Guys, scratch the LVS. That shit is old.
Yeah, the PDD, man, the daily chart looked good today. Going into today, I took it off that break.
Take a little bit
But
of
I only played commons, man. Yeah. I made a quick 250 on commons, but I'm out. I had it first stop 101.60s, but then it blew through that, and now it's right around 98.80s, the daily 50. I scaled out around 99.50. Oh. But yeah, it looks like it's going to go to 98.80. You see the daily on that thing?
PDD.
Yeah.
I looked at it yesterday. Yeah, when you mentioned it, the thing looks sharp. I know. There was some flow on that thing too last week, dude. They were coming in for some size on that thing.
It was running for a while, but I kind of liked it off of the top, and then once it lost the 20 off that, I think it was like around 113-ish.
Yeah.
It lost the 20 after it hit its head. That's what I was looking at. Man, it went right down to that 50 though. It's there now. $98. 99.
Hey Biggs, how about that end phase? We had a good short on that thing at around 120.
Oh man.
That motherfucker's trading at $75, no?
Yeah, it got roasted on earnings. I got my eye on her, dude.
We should have shorted that thing off that nice pop that it had.
Yeah.
Like just turned around and
I was
that
afraid
piece
of
of shit.
I knew earnings were coming up, so I was afraid. I didn't know which way it was going to go.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit stock though. Anything that those piece of shit stocks, when they go up, they could slam back down 8 times.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what DraftKings does. It has earnings tomorrow, or maybe Wednesday. Maybe Thursday.
Someone was saying in the room that they want to clean up a little bit of size on that DraftKings. I don't know if it was your cousin Mike.
Oh, maybe.
I think he said that was his last play. Or no, it wasn't Mike. It was Tonisher. Yeah. Tonisher says that he's going to get back to trading more options as soon as he unloads some of this DraftKings. I guess he bought some off the floor a little bit, a few months ago or some shit, but.
Yeah, he could have got $14-17 for a while ago.
Yeah, so he's looking to clean that up a little bit. Hopefully it hangs out up there for him so he can get out.
Mm-hmm.
What old zombie have you doing? Building some more bird cages, or what the hell are you guys doing? Chicken coops?
Yeah, man. He had me working with him in over in Annapolis, man. He's like doing this historic, like they got like a bunch of them houses out there, it's in a historic part where they have to be like certain specs as far as material and how they look to each other and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
It's in a historic district or something.
Yeah, it's in a historic district.
Yeah.
So
we got one of those out here.
Give him a hand.
Oh, motherfucking houses are nice though, boy.
Yeah, they are nice. These are smaller, but they're nice. But you got to be okay with like driving an old car, man. Sometimes you don't have all the modern bells and whistles. Like a lot of their stuff's older, but that's cool. It's a lot of older people live there. That old money, D.
Yeah, I know, dude. Biggs, I'm gonna be getting out your way real soon, dude. There's a house that just went for sale across the street from me. So this motherfucker's gonna set the tone here on all the comps, dude. He's coming in.
Really?
Yeah, he's asking the most that anyone's asked in this fucking neighborhood all fucking since ever, dude. He's way up there. So if this guy gets it, man, that's gonna raise everything.
Huh.
So
I just peeled off Amazon at 133.
there you go.
I mean, it was 20 cents give or take, but the ATR was only 33, so a
There you go.
little protective. You gonna leave sunny California?
Dude,
Go to dirty Maryland?
I know. No, just to go visit him. You know, I might be just a nomad, man. Just travel around a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I used to go to San Francisco and do a lot of landscape and city photography. And one of the guys I shot with was from Baltimore.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
to
yeah,
one
but
restaurant. We're walking through
Baltimore's rough though, bro.
We're walking through the worst area of San Francisco to go to this amazing little New Orleans bakery called Gales. If anyone's ever there, it's worth stepping over the heroin needles and piles of human feces. This is how he described it.
Yeah,
You know, and he's like, "I'm from Baltimore. No, that shit bothers me."
yeah. Baltimore's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, but I will say, man, I've been to San Francisco too. Like, there ain't nearly as much of that. Like homeless.
Oh, dude, I don't go anymore. I don't go up there.
You know what I mean?
No
Like,
point.
San Francisco's
There's
the
no-
fucking worst, dude. That thing's.
I mean,
no point, dude.
there's still homeless people. But hey, Baltimore's bad. I ain't sticking up for it at all. But that's like,
Dude,
that'd be like
I
judging
knew-
Indiana on Gary.
no,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I knew guys through photography stuff, and one dude got followed home and robbed by gunpoint in his driveway.
In San
Oh,
Fran.
yeah, I'm sure.
He from San Francisco to like Palo Alto, Mountain View. Like they followed him for 40 minutes to rob him of his gear.
I know that's
Jeez.
San Francisco's rough right now, boy.
Yeah, I'm like, nope, don't need my car windows broken.
Yeah.
Here we're getting that pop off the floor, guys. So this kind of reversal here was what I was looking for. I sold half size on my Amazon. I'm going to kind of let a little bit of this go here as we pop the 133s.
Wow, nice dude.
Well, you know,
I didn't
The
feel
Tesla
comfortable
play,
selling
dude.
half. I'm a wimp.
told you, Aaron.
Indeed.
We
I know.
already had the floor marked. I mean, as long as we didn't lose it,
I
just
know,
hold
I
it.
know.
Mm.
I know.
I
It
just-
might come
I'm
back
always-
on me anyways. I'm just, just give it a little bit of time. Those Teslas I started yesterday, Biggs, are starting to pay a little bit here.
Oh, yeah, dude. That was
Yeah.
nice. And
Yeah,
I
you-
took some with you. I mean, I'm in Commons, though.
Yeah, you got some of that action.
hmm That monthly 50, that's what I was looking at.
I'm going to sell a little bit more here. I'm just going to get down to about 30% size on these Amazon, so it's completely risk-free. Even if this thing does come back, it shouldn't wipe nothing away. For everyone else on YouTube, I mean, like, that's how calm it needs to be. And even for you, Aaron, that's how calm it needs to be. We got the level, let it hit. If it hits, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We protect ourselves you protect yourself with size, guys. So your sizing is what protects you. It's not, where you're setting your stop loss. It doesn't really matter. This, you trade one share of Amazon, you can let that motherfucker go down $100 or 100 points.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to really be worried about it if you're trading one share. So it's all sizing that protects you. Getting that pop
Yeah.
here. Hopefully. Yep.
Nice dude. Good job.
This is.
I mean, I exited mine off like the pre-market high. Like I took that the previous day high as my exit, and I just did full 5 contract exit. I probably should have held 1 or 2.
Yeah, in that particular case, just hold one. Just see what it does. Just hold one. That's the best way you can do, like, train yourself. Is just, I'll just hold this one. I know I've taken some gains. I'll just hold this one and then let it just go. You never know. This thing, you might be still sitting in this thing tomorrow. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
On the future side of things, guys, so we put in this nice little pop here off the floors. I'll be looking for a confirmation over this 20 SMA, preferably because we're kind of popping pretty good over the 20 SMA. I would prefer that the next 5-minute candle pulls back, right? I would prefer it pulls back and then goes versus just automatically confirming the high wick here, because I'll more than likely in that particular situation, I'll probably be stuck in drawdown for a little bit. I'd prefer it to pull back. $5 away from passing one of my accounts. Gonna wait till tomorrow so I don't hit any more snags. Great day, gentlemen. Anthem's $5 away from passing another prop firm. And there it is. Nice and slow.
I gotta say though, D, it was on Amazon, like that little doji at 7 a.m. I'm like, God damn it, did I take a bad trade? That's my first thought.
Yeah. What, you know.
And I don't think I was, you mean I was at 235 entry. I don't think I was ever down more than maybe 10 cents a contract, if that.
That's kind of that doji in that particular situation is more of just a pause candle versus like a reversal. Like when you get those candles when you've been running for 20, 30, 40 minutes and it's like been going straight up and then you get that is a reversal versus like when it's barely starting or, you know, you're like 1 or 2 candles in and it just kind of pause. It's just resting. So there's a little bit of a difference there, but
it was like, I mean, I saw that and I'm like, God, I'm like, damn it. Did I, did I take this too early?
The stop loss on that Amazon was just it was too clean to like let that kind of trade go. It was very small.
Yeah,
like where we would have gotten stopped out. So
I mean, I think the stop would have been like
it was like
132.10, I think. Yeah.
So like 50 cents or so. Like that's nothing.
Yeah, it definitely just was that like. You know, that instant anxiety. You know, and I could have held another one for 20 cents more a contract.
On the future side of things, guys, I like coming from underneath the 20 and the 200 when we have a flat 200 like this. You know, no real direction, so there's really no you know, bias on this short-term price action here. I like the moves that tend to start from where the 20 and the 200 are close to each other and the 200 is flat. I like those moves better. It's just a little note there.
So the NQ did not close above it.
Yeah, NQ did not. ES did though, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck, did you get in that 3-putt?
Did you guys just take the NQ20?
Dude, I'm trying to. I wasn't even fucking logged into my account here.
By the way, one of you guys was saying 1 or 2 days ago on Discord, Top Step having their own chart system, but like there's a whole ton of chart systems through TradingView. Like that's not new. They got like 20 of them.
No, it's new to Top Step though. They're having like their own proprietary like web-based trading platform that I think is integrating with TradingView charts in some form or fashion.
Yeah, because like Tradeovate, TradeStation, Oanda, all those ones, like you can log in through TradeStation and just, you know, do all your chart. You can do all your orders off a chart there.
Yeah, exactly.
Order filled.
3-putt. I'm super late to the game here on MES. I barely just I logged into my fucking account. I wasn't even on it. Or what I was on, I couldn't figure it out. I was on like the previous contracts for MES. It wasn't going through, and I was like, why the hell is this order not going through? I didn't have the right month up. That's probably going to be a problem.
Well, it's starting to look like a good thing you didn't get in.
Yeah, right. I guess on this particular play, because of where this reason why candle is and where this 200's at, 41.81 would be a stop if someone was in this play, which is about an 8.5 point risk. So again, you would have to have dialed in your size to sustain that 8.5 point risk.
Did you peel off your Amazon yet? You still got one or two?
I still have 3 left.
Okay.
Order filled.
See what we got going on the option side of things. that Tesla over the 1 hour 20 and previous hour highs. Again, like I said, has room to 202. It's kind of working right now, grinding a little bit. Just grinding a little bit. So again, if anyone did take Tesla over the pre-market highs on that opening range 1 hour candle, you're kind of trying to sit and target 202. Again, even though I'm saying 202, it has room to like 202.90s, 202.80s, but again, I always like to cut it a little short just to like, I don't know, it for me mentally, it's like if I know I have room to 202.60s, 202.70s, and if I tell myself, okay, if I'm in at this price over 199, 200, that's still $2 I'm going to make on that trade. That's where I'll look to take those profits. Again, for Tesla, it would need to break 205. If that thing can close over 205, we can probably get like a little multiple day rally on that thing just due to the fact that it's been beaten up so bad. The NASDAQ kind of came down into yesterday's low range, held that area, bounced right back into the middle of the range. So again, anyone who's looking at my charts on the screen, if you look at the top white line, yesterday's highs, yesterday's lows, we're trading right back in the middle here. So expect price action to be choppy in the middle of the range. Obviously expect, downwards moves towards the top of the range and expect upwards moves towards the bottom of the range. It's not until we break a previous day's channel, guys, is where you get that follow through, right? Where you get those big winners, like those big runners, the bigger trades. Everything in between a previous day's channel is just exactly what it is. It's just in between the range. Your best trades will always come for when the stocks are breaking out of a previous day's channel that has potential. Not all channels have potential. again, for some of you futures guys here, so even on this 20 SMA play, that kind of setup here, confirmed, over 407, let's just call it 407, 410, confirmed, went up about 3 or 4 points and then immediately pulled back 25, 30 points. Position sizing is so key because a lot of times what you'll do is you'll identify a setup, doesn't have to be this particular one, but you get into a setup like this, looks good, goes right into profit, and then immediately starts to pull back on you 20, 25, 30 points, and then you're forced to get out. But realistically, the move hasn't done anything, right? It's done nothing but just kind of pitter patter around for the last 10 minutes here. So if let's say you're playing 1, 2 mini contracts, or you're playing 8, 10 micros, and this thing pulls back, you're down hundreds of dollars on a move that hasn't even done anything yet. Now, I'm not saying that this move is going to actually go and start testing the range of yesterday's highs, but if you can't even sit through the move to see if it's going to do that or stop you out, you just put yourself in a lot of trouble and a lot of unnecessary stress and emotions when you don't really need to do that. Just size down. There's no real rush here.
I'm still in it.
Yeah, you're still in. I'm in the NQ as well.
And yeah, it came down, licked below the reason why, but bounced up there, luckily.
Yeah. A lot of wicks up here. I don't really know if it's gonna want to hold up here, but
Yeah, I know.
it just has that feeling of that was a little move off the floor, back down to the middle of the
candle
range.
coming in on Amazon. Just dropped a 40-cent candle.
Yeah, the bottom of that reason why is like right on the 200.
Yeah.
Oh. What do you do if it, blows through let's say in this case, the bottom of your reason why, but there's like 3-4 minutes left on the candle, and it just keeps going?
Yeah, you can just yeah, in that particular case, I mean, you can just get out. Like if it starts blowing, if it starts breaking through this 200, I mean, you could just get out. You kind of just have to make like a little game time decision on that, Like, do you want to give it, another 20 points below that 200? Probably not. So. Hey, did you get your coffee yet?
Yep. Sure did.
Oh boy.
You?
No, not yet, man.
What is it, like 7:30 there?
Yeah. Slower price action today.
Yeah, man. I got the NQ kind of trapped. I mean, the Qs.
Yeah.
Ian, how you feel about Nvidia trying to hold this level? That 399.
Yeah. Are you in on it?
I haven't gotten into anything on this yet.
My man in the frog suit, dude. That's I
You like that one,
like
Biggs?
that. Yeah.
Order filled.
I just got out of that NQ. I just don't like it.
Mhm.
Yeah, me too.
I'll wait for another one.
Order filled.
Yeah, I just entered a 395 put here. Just gonna hold it through.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
I hear you, D.
Getting in short,
Looks
Biggs.
like
I'm
a
in short,
20 the
too.
other way on NQ, but it's a huge ass candle.
Mm.
I just jumped in. I
Not
mean, not down here. No, not down there. I'm
boy,
just saying.
Biggs.
No.
That boy, Biggs. You're in.
Oh, I've been in.
Shorten
Yeah.
them tops.
I flipped the script on the long to the short once it.
Yeah, on a boy, Biggs. You just got to be careful about like a higher low being put in here. Big, like
Yeah.
move off the bottom or move down to the bottom, a little bit of a bounce here. And then if it stops here, it creates a little bit of a higher low and then shoots back up here, you're going to give away all those gains, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like right here on this candle, if it shoots up to back test the 20, all those gains go away.
Mm-hmm.
Order submitted.
Taking a little size off of that move.
Why would a back test like that, like right there in the middle,
On what?
like on the video right here? Usually, like you're saying right there, like you get a back test back up.
Yeah, just because it lost its like 5-minute support, so it kind of washed out, and now it kind of goes back up to that breakout spot. And if it can't really push through, then it will get rejected there and then come back down again. It's just, but if anything, it's just a higher low being put in. It's basically it's like, you can look at it like this. Anyone who was long off of the lows here is more than likely just got stopped out on that, right? Like if you did take a bounce off the low of day and you were profitable, you probably just got stopped out, either break even or you took some profits. It gets you out of that position, so it's kind of like a little bit of an exhaustion move back down to like either pick up more buyers for the next move higher, or if there's no one home, then it's going to continue to go down. But you have to see if the buyers do get picked up here, which they could. That's a huge candle on the ES, surging back up higher.
Yeah, man. Apple, Aldi's putting in a big one. Let's see.
Order
Yeah,
submitted.
That's a huge candle. I'm gonna just get out of that. I don't like the way that feels.
Order submitted.
Dang.
That's a huge candle, huh?
Mm-hmm. That higher low reversal engulfer.
Yeah. Well, the longer it does this, right, if you can stay in the game, the longer it does this, when it does break out to either side, that's going to be the move where maybe if you took a little bit of a loss here on some scalps, is where you get it back and where you really want to like try to go profitable on this next move that does come out. Again, they could dick you around here, bring it right back down.
Yeah.
Like for example, I'm going to take a long again, right? If I get this next set, I'm going to take another long again. That's not to say that they don't bring it right back down and bust through the lows, stop me out again. But trust me, like, play small size enough to where you can still be in these moves. And when you do catch it, then once it finally does start to go, you will get the money back. Trust me. Huge candles, though. Huge candles. Huge candles. But I don't think there was anything that we could have done on that initial long, too, huh? I mean, that thing.
I was in that with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That initial one broke through and stuff. Fucking A, man. They jerked everyone around on that.
Yeah, that's fucked. Jesus.
Yeah, because NVIDIA just set up a 20 play to the long side right now.
Order submitted.
Yeah. Oh, man, getting on me about eating the muffin now. Jesus.
Order submitted.
Getting on you about eating the muffin. What did you steal
Fucking
her?
ate it.
You steal her
A
muffin?
goddamn muffin.
Stole
Had a muffin, man.
Stole it.
Coming in here asking, how was the muffin? Yeah.
Can't even swipe a muffin, huh, Biggs?
Uh-huh.
Atta boy. What kind of muffin was it, Biggs? Little blueberry?
Little pumpkin.
There you
Pumpkin
go.
spice muffin.
There you go. You're a big fan of the pumpkin.
It's all right. Not really, man. It's all right. I don't hate it. But
What are you, banana nut
I
bread
don't-
guy, Biggs?
I don't mind some of that.
Yeah.
I don't mind some banana nut.
I feel like the last week, maybe even 2 weeks, they've done this, like for the first hour, 2 hours of the market, where it's gone sideways, you know? It goes up and then comes right back down, goes up and then comes right back down, up and then right back down. And then it's like you're getting like 1 or 2 solid moves where you can actually make some money, and the other like 3 or 4 are just complete fucking duds. You know, duds. Yeah, I fucked up. I didn't play the right account. God damn it. I didn't want to play this account. Gotta go to the other account here.
Everything is still inside the first half hour range.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to get out of that range. I'm going to actually mark out those ranges as well. Let's kind of see what we're looking at here.
346.80s to 349.
I'm only going to mark out the top side one because the bottom one is so close to yesterday's low, it's probably irrelevant on NQ. Rather just wait for yesterday's low on that. And then on the ES is so close to breaking out of yesterday's highs that if it goes, we can get a nice move off of that. So definitely want to be involved on that trade if we do break that 4,200. But I don't know if that's going to be today, but I'm just saying. So the range, these hourly ranges here, we got a lot more room to the downside on the ES than the top side. We got 4171 to the downside, has a lot of room down, and then to the upside we have to break 4194, and then that goes to like 4200, and then that the big one is over 4200. And then on the NQ, you know, taking out 431 can go to 480s, and then that would be your big one. Obviously, anything below yesterday's lows is definitely something we want to be involved in as well. Yeah, all of this up and down action, guys, is like Put says, it's in between our opening range, right? So not only are we in yesterday's channel, we're within the first hour's channel, right? So what is that telling you? You know, price action is going to be tight. It's going to be tight until you can break through at least one of these channels, right? The opening range channel or a previous day high or low channel. You know, other than that, you know, sit on your hands a little bit longer, and stay a little bit more patient if you are in the moves. I mean, stay a little bit more patient is all I can tell you. You know, if you are in these trades and you're in drawdown, well, you know, look at the charts. It's not like, you know, you're doing anything wrong. You're getting setups. It's just price action is not cooperating, you know, and that's just the way it is sometimes. But I will tell you what, though, it's when you do walk away and get fed up over trade, you come back later and you're like, holy shit, that same move I was in the beginning of the day is up 100 points, right? Shit happens, man. So just try to stay patient. I would like to try to get back into one of these on the right fucking account here. But are you in on anything? I might take MES, to be honest.
I'm long RTY.
RTY. How are we looking over there? That's old Biggs. Biggs loves those small caps. How are we doing over there? About
Knock
the
on
same.
wood so far, all right.
Oh, there you go. Are we trending in either side on that side over there or no?
Well, we're kind of breaking the
Highs?
morning range here.
Highs?
Getting close.
All right. So
Sort of in the
everything's
20.
everything's kind of the same then. We're all kind of like at the top of the range, at least on the. Whoops. We're at the top of the range here on.
Order submitted.
I'm gonna get into some MESs on this. Again, probably not the smartest to be in here before breaking out of the opening range, but again, truthfully speaking, I should have already been long on this play just due to the fact that I doubled up on my other account. So I was trying to like take ES on one account, NQ on another. That didn't work out. I'm in on NQ and ES on one fucking account, and that's the only thing, guys, when you are trading multiple prop firm accounts, that it becomes a little bit tough. Like trying to go back and forth between a couple of accounts, a few accounts. You can get a little confused. Guys, also, you know, be fucking patient, right? Like, I'm not gonna disclose any names, but you know, like I got a message this morning about, hey man, I'm getting in on these plays and I'm getting stopped out, and you know, I'm getting whipped. It's like I'm playing smaller size too, but like, guys, we don't control where the market goes, right? Like us as traders, we do not control where the market goes. So you take a day like yesterday, one of these 20 plays went for 100 points, right? It's like, did we not catch any of that? You know, like you can't complain about a like trade by trade basis, right? Like when you're doing that, it's like you're too emotionally attached to whatever money that you're playing. Like, I get it. We all want to pass these prop firms. We all want to get payouts. We all want to make a bunch of money. I get it. But like, relax a little bit. Like, it's not that serious. Not that serious. Because look at Biggs. I mean, for everyone who's losing money, you got someone over here making money. You know, it is what it is, right? So relax a little.
Yeah, man. Nice move right there.
Yeah, you like that one, huh, Biggs?
There you go.
Thanks, buddy. Look at you. Got to write now checks now.
Yeah.
Is that old zombie dude?
You want to smoke a bowl? I'm going to hit the road.
Hold on.
Is that the old zombie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can hear you.
Yeah.
What'd you say, John?
So you want to smoke a bowl?
Yeah, it's time. It's about that time, Biggs.
Yeah, why not? It's Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
It's a good excuse.
Hold on.
Guys, so NQ on the 5-minute time frame just came right to the opening range highs here on the 1 hour time on the 1 hour chart. That opening 30-minute range came right into it, got rejected on its first move. Same thing with the ES, came right into it, tagged it, got rejected on its first move. So again, we are trending. We're trying to trend off the lows into these highs. You just need a little bit more. It's got a little bit more work to do before it actually, you know, breaks out fully, right? So, you know, for those of you guys who are in on that 5-minute play on the NQ, well, that thing confirmed at 412s, 413s, went up to 430. So the 15, 20 point move, and give or take, you know, into an area of resistance. So, you know, think about that. You know, just think about it. Again, depending on where you got in, right? If you're in a little late, then you probably didn't make anything, right? Now it's pulling back, you're down a little bit. So it all depends on where you're getting in and how precise you're executing, right? So, you know, if you're fumbling around and having a hard time clicking the mouse to buy and sell, then you're probably losing a little bit of money here now. But if you understand what you're looking for, then you get in where you're supposed to get in, you know, you can make money, you know, you can make money. Stay patient, proper risk management, take profits into supply. That's it. Repeat the process over and over and over. Also, guys, I like when my linear regression starts matching up with some other areas of support or resistance. More so doing it on the ES chart, like the opening range lows on that hour candle is matching up almost perfectly with the linear regression. And then yesterday's lows is matching up pretty much spot on with the linear regression bottom channel. I like that, a little bit more firmer areas of support and resistance. On the NQ, the linear regression is literally, you know, stacked with this 220 and the linear. So that's going to create a little bit of a good support system there. So if at any point in time you do get like one of these 20 plays that starts to lose this area here around the 377s, maybe we have a little bit of potential there because we're losing, you know, not just one area of support, but three, right? Three. So I like that. Tend to kind of make your analysis a little bit easier. Oh. again, from the last 20 play on the NQ long, that 1414 has hit the 430s twice, right? So 414 to 430s twice. That's 14 points, 15 points. Again, if that's what you're looking for, and that's kind of your sweet spot between that 10 point, 15 point take profit, it's giving you that second opportunity to kind of snag those profits again right here. Your bigger move would come if we can definitely break out of this opening range candle high, 431s. Same thing on the ES. We've got that opening range high at like 41.94. We need to really get over that. Just looking at things from the stock side of things, fucking Nvidia really reversed off of the linear regression here. 392s, 393s, all the way trading up, closer to 402s. Hell of a fucking reversal bounce there. That is coming into a little bit of resistance at the 50 SMA on a 5-minute time frame. So be careful there if you're long. If you're short, that's your last kind of pit stop. For this thing to kind of stay going higher. Second time here hitting this opening range here and getting rejected on the markets, ES as well as the NQ. Something to take note of. Something to really take note of. Can't seem to get through that.
That's the Biggs rejection play.
Yeah. Yeah. Seeing it come into that area a couple times now and getting rejected. Yeah. You just kind of sit short there, use a high of day as a stop and play it back down into support. Yep. This move looks a little tired. Looks a little tired.
Like a good reversal candle there on NQ.
Yeah, you see that? And it does have some room down to those supports down there. 20, 30 points. How you feeling, Biggs? You getting all tightened up?
I'm good, man.
There you
What
go.
do you mean?
You getting all tightened
Yeah,
up?
oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Old Johnny boy he swung by, man. He was in between jobs, so he popped in.
Where is he at? Back in that tree?
Oh, he had dropped me off a check.
There you go.
So
What's the weather like over there right now, Biggs? You guys starting to cool down a little bit?
man, cold.
Yeah.
It was nice, but today, man, last night, cold weather blew in.
Oh shit.
So it's like, this is our first stretch of some fall weather, man. It's like 50 degrees right now.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. With a freeze watch tonight.
You guys do?
Yeah, because it's got us dropping down to the 30s, 35.
Get a little chilly out there, Biggs.
I'm passing out candy, man. I'll be
Are
good.
you?
I'm making fire in the driveway. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Couple beers.
Oh yeah. I bought me this bourbon stout.
There you go. You're a big fan of those stouts, huh?
Yeah, I like the stouts in the fall and the winter, man.
Yeah.
Especially the bourbon stouts because they're like 18%. It's like a bourbon aged stout where it's they age them in like a bourbon barrel, so it gets the flavor. It's inside.
Yeah, that'll kick
It gets
you.
that bourbon flavor. Yeah.
That'll kick you around a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It's a good, but I forget who is it? Goose Island. Goose Island makes a good one. I'll shoot you a picture of it.
Yeah. Show me a little picture of that.
I think this one's 15%, but they make all kinds. But man, I tried to drink 2 of them watching football one weekend. Not a good idea.
Yeah. Been hammering any sports bets at all, or no?
No, not really. I hadn't bet football, man. I didn't find it very profitable.
Yeah. I finally hit a little. We can't, because we can't do fucking real bets out here, but we can do those prop bets, where you pick in stat lines on players. Yeah. Finally hit one of those bastards this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, not too bad actually. It was a 7-legger, Biggs. Fucking needed that.
7-legger.
Yeah, I got a little system for it, man. I got a little system, right? That's what they all say. But yeah. So basically, I'll go to like I'll see what the odds are in Vegas and like DraftKings, and then what I'm looking for is like heavy favorites, right? Like for example, like what was one of them? One of them was like like a heavy favorite. Like I think one of them was like the Browns quarterback, that PJ Walker kid. He had it was like negative 280 for him to throw 0.5, right? So the kid just needed to throw one touchdown. So what I'll do is I'll find the discrepancy on these prop apps, right? Sometimes they'll have it a little bit, their odds will be a little bit different, but whatever Vegas and DraftKings is going heavy on for the favorite where you're really not making any money, those are the ones that I want to add to my legs, because it's like, it's easy. So like they had Calvin Ridley, for example. This was my winning bet. They had Calvin Ridley. The over on him was negative whatever high. It was high favorite, right? Over 3.5 receptions. Took that. Van Jefferson over 11.5 reception yards. Zach Wilson to throw a TD pass, right? Terry McLaurin over 57.5. These were like super high, like favorites on Vegas and DraftKings line. So you kind of just stack those and you find whichever best ones. Normally there's like one or two a game. A lot of the shit's like, minus 100, minus 105, plus 105. That ain't doing it for me. I need it over like minus 150, 170, 180. I need a heavy fucking I would have hit two.
Yeah.
I would have hit two more, man. I would have hit two more. I laced all 6 of them, except for that damn Browns quarterback kid, man. They gave him one touchdown. That shit was like minus 280, man. For this kid to throw one TD, he didn't throw shit, dude. Needed that kid, man. Dude let me down, bro. Have you seen that kid yet?
No.
That Browns quarterback? That little Division two quarterback that played in buttfuck who knows where, but they had a little special on before the game. I guess his pops was like a 7-time arm wrestling national champion or world champion or some shit. His dad's all fucking juiced out. Funny story on those guys. Seemed like cool dudes. But yeah, I was rooting for this kid to throw a TD, man. He didn't fucking get it.
Who were they playing?
They played the Chargers. They got smoked.
Yeah.
I mean, his line wasn't that bad. The thing is, he threw a couple picks, a pick or a couple pick. I mean, the stat line wasn't too bad.
Talking about that Badgett guy?
Badgett kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he threw for 232, 25 or 35. It's not too bad, but I watched a little bit of that Raiders game yesterday, man. Fucking Lions.
They're terrible.
That Lions D line ate him up. I think they had like 6 or 7 sacks on the kid yesterday, man, on Garoppolo. They're terrible, man. That's bad. You know who I do like is that Gibbs kid, man, from Detroit. That kid's lightning.
Yeah, he broke out last night.
That kid's lightning fast, man. 152 yards last night. 26
I was
carries.
going against him in fantasy.
Yeah, that kid will put the dagger in you. Kid will put the dagger in you. There you go, Biggs. There's that stuff right there, huh? Huh? Goose Island. I never heard of that shit before.
It's out of Chicago.
Is it?
Yeah.
But I mean, they put them out like during the holidays, man. Like those are like if you see those, I mean, you got to like obviously like stouts and like bourbon, but that's a really good one. If you see it in a liquor store, they just they got them like special editions, and they put them out usually around Thanksgiving, Halloween.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
I ran into those in the liquor store in Delaware, so I grabbed 3 of them, and I gave one to a couple of guys that are coming over tonight.
Yeah. It looks like a big ass bottle, Biggs. What is it? How many ounces is that thing?
Yeah, what is that, like a?
Or is it not? Just the shape of the bottle?
No, it is.
Looks like a damn wine bottle, Biggs.
It's not that big, but it's a pint. So
yeah, there you go.
I just got out of RTY.
Got stopped out.
Yeah, pulled back. Oh, don't you bounce up now, you dog.
Pilar, what do I think about Tua? I think, yeah, I mean, I think he's got nothing but track stars over there, so they're gonna do all right. I never really liked the kid, to be honest. Yeah, I never really liked that kid, to be honest. But fuck, when you have all those weapons out there, I mean, they got the fastest team on paper in the league, so it's kind of hard to not hit those guys. All you gotta do is just put it in their hands. Old Kirky Cousins fucking tore his Achilles. Seen that, Biggs?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that sucks for him, man.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
They're gonna run him out of the league now.
Yeah, I would say that was probably it for him.
Yeah, dude, but I just seen they need to get whatever fucking Aaron Rodgers is on, man, ashwagandha or whatever the fuck he's doing, smoking the toad. That I see they were showing that guy pregame over there in New York, dude. They were showing that guy pregame. I mean, he's taking 3-step drops, fucking laughing, planting on his Achilles. Like this guy's healing
Really?
up. This guy's healing up like a freaking, I don't know, dude. Like this guy's just fucking, I don't know, man, freaking wizard or something over there. Yeah, man. Like normally those guys with torn Achilles are out a year. I mean, they're not even walking on that thing for months. This guy's over there taking 3-step drops in track pants, just like having a good old time. He's smoking that toad, Biggs.
Smoking that toad.
Yeah, man. You ever know anyone who's got on that toad, Biggs?
Nope.
How about
The
that?
ayahuasca?
How about that ayahuasca stuff? You know anyone who's gone on one of those trips?
No.
No.
I wouldn't mind going on the trip. I don't know if I'd want to eat that shit though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going on the camping trip though.
Yeah. Tua has the fastest release in the league, Pilar says on YouTube. Yeah, I just don't like lefty quarterbacks. That's it.
Yeah, I mean he does get rid of the ball. I mean he's doing a good job of that. He's getting the ball out.
Look,
what you got to do to get it in their hands.
Keep the man on his feet, because anytime this guy goes down, he slams his head in the dirt and he's out all fucked up.
I mean he's doing a good job for sure. I don't mind him, but I think like he's got to be in that offense right there, or else he doesn't. He's not the same type of quarterback. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like he's got to have that type of offense where you give him those playmakers, he'll get the ball to him in space quick.
No, trust me. I mean, he's definitely doing good. I like Miami.
But if you put him in Minnesota or somewhere like that, like where he's just got to drop back and let her eat,
yeah,
I don't know how well he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What they need to do is get me a quarterback in Pittsburgh. That's what we need to do, Biggs. Find me somebody, anybody. I don't care. If I got to go out there and suit up, I mean, shit.
Pittsburgh. That's all right, man. I'm with you, dude. Being a Colts fan.
Yeah.
It's like,
dude, I would take old Minshew Mania over this fucking Pickett guy, Pickens or whatever the fuck his name.
Yeah, Minshew's he's like, man. He's a gamer, dude. I'll give him that. I mean, Colts are definitely scoring points. It's just fucking Minshew's like, he just turns it over too much, man. He's like Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
He did like 4 picks last week, and he threw a big pick. Yeah, man. He threw another pick this week, the sack fumble. Like guys like turned the ball over 12 times in 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to protect the ball a little bit.
It's like, come on, man. And the thing is he's got one of them like helmets on that makes his head look like 3 times bigger than it is.
That dude looks funny, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a big old heads.
Because he's not a big guy anyway. Yeah, but he's got like, yeah, his head looks enormous, man, like kazoo or something.
Yeah, the goddamn Philly's looking good though.
Philly, yeah, they're tough, man.
Philly looks good.
And then you have, we were talking about it, dude. I wanted the Levis guy. I wanted him.
That kid.
Here he goes.
That kid had a hell.
I'm not saying that he's going to be, just off of 1 game, but damn, man, 4 touchdowns.
That kid was slinging it, boy. He was slinging it.
I didn't get a chance to watch him live, but
What's up with
I
Tannehill?
was-
He's hurt or something? He might not make it back after this.
I don't know. Tannehill's he's got to be done, just about done there.
He's got to be done. Period. That kid was trash when they drafted him.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, would you rather have him in Vegas than Jimmy G or no?
Who? Tannehill?
Yeah.
No, dude. Both of those guys are trash.
Well, that's what I mean, though. He's going to
I
bounce
know.
around. Somebody's going to take him, like they would take him in Minnesota right now.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, he's no good though. They got to go find someone else. I do like that.
Yeah,
I do like Houston's quarterback, man.
Stroud?
Yeah, I like Stroud. I think Panthers made a bad decision, man.
Yeah, they did. Colts didn't have to have that decision to make. And I like Richardson. He just, man, it sucks to see him get hurt like that, but he looked all right.
Yeah, Pilar on YouTube must be a Miami fan. He's pumping him up. Miami's good, bro. Miami's good. I like Miami. They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're all right. They're good. Yeah,
They're good. But they still got to get over Buffalo.
Yeah.
I mean, they're good until they went up and played there.
Yo, yeah, that's yeah.
Right? Did they play Buffalo? Who
Tannehill
Buffalo
sucks.
just play? Buffalo played somebody 2 weeks ago. Was it Miami or no?
I don't know. The only thing with Buffalo is fucking Allen, man. He's like Herbert, man. Like those guys.
Oh, I'm with you.
Those guys
Yeah,
can.
Buffalo's can't get over the hump.
Yeah, those guys can do a lot, but like they start playing fucking video games and shit, and then they're like, next thing you know, they're like running all over the yard, slinging the ball all crazy and shit. Like I really like that Herbert kid because I used to watch him a lot when he was at Oregon. And but it's like this guy can't get it done in crunch time, like fourth quarter can't get it done, overtime can't get it done. Bills will always be an issue. You got Mac Jones in New England looking like, fucking Mac Jones knows how to play quarterback all of a sudden last week. That kid's trash too, because there's a lot of guys who are just trash, I mean, some of these guys, like you, Mac Jones fan, Biggs, you like that kid?
No.
That guy sucks, dude. Like, we can't find anyone better than that kid. That kid's trash, man. He's trash. Pittsburgh's quarterback, Kenny Pickett, is trash. There's a lot of trash quarterbacks out there. Garoppolo's trash.
Love
is trash. Well, I don't know what they thought doing with that. I mean, poor Aaron Rodgers. Let's get him no weapons. Let's not get him any weapons for fucking 5 seasons, but let's go draft a quarterback for fucking 4 years later, 5 years later. Trash. Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you draft a quarterback all on fucking, what his body type is. This. I mean, kid only played 11 games or 10 games. North Dakota State, Biggs. In small baby FCS school. Like,
is that where he was?
North Dakota State, Biggs. Like, guys don't play anybody good. I mean,
Carson
I'm not saying,
Wentz.
I know. Yeah, where's he at now?
Well, again, yeah, I know exactly
my
point.
Those guys have they have like a little flash, and then they can be good. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Wentz, like he looked good at some periods of time, but I mean, not.
That was a small period of time.
Yeah, like they're not. Those guys ain't gonna hold up.
We're just looking at it again, man. This could be another lower or higher low.
Well, hopefully, I'm still sitting in this fucking long still.
We're kind of stair stepping on NQ, same thing.
Yeah, I'm still sitting in this along.
Got to break through. The other thing I have too, if you're looking at that daily time frame here, we're under the what is it? Is it the 5? Or no, we're over the 5. Never mind. Scratch that. I had that marked out. I didn't remark it today.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, shit. ES all the way back up, testing these ranges again, just playing with everyone. See, again, guys, for those of you guys who are on YouTube, if you guys have been taking, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades, you guys really haven't had any setups. Like there's only been like maybe one setup and a half that you guys could have taken money on. And as far as where the price action has gone today, it really hasn't gone anywhere. So like if you're sitting there trading back and forth, you're probably getting yourself chopped up a little bit here today. Just be patient. I mean, if you're going to actually get a move, the move's going to be definitive, and it's going to come through opening range, which is your first hour candles, highs or lows, or through the previous day high or lows. Everything else in between, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So again, on a day in and day out kind of basis, not every day is great. So some days are like this. Tomorrow can be completely opposite, where the first play, 2 plays you take just runs 50, 60, 70, 80 points. It just goes all day. So the more you get experienced with trading, the more you sit here at these charts, the more you take trades, you'll get familiar with this kind of price action. So when you see it, you're a lot more comfortable to just sit back, relax a little bit, shoot the shit. Like, that's why, like right now, we're shooting the shit here. We're not really looking all over the yard for things. It's not really doing anything, right? Now we start breaking out higher low here. Then I'll start looking to get a little bit more aggressive. I'll start looking for some trades on the option sides, this, that, and the other. But right now, just take a little TO, right? Take a little TO and relax a little bit.
The only trade you needed was the PDD.
Yeah, PDD, Biggs. That was the one.
Room to 98. Look at it.
Yeah, I see that.
Through today's lows, 101.60, all the way to 98.
All the way to 90. Yeah, you had a little piece of that action, huh, Biggs?
I did, but like you're saying, man, just you find a trade, wait for it, and take it,
Yeah.
or find a setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got chopped up bad on those first 2 NQ20s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Now we're breaking down a little
Doing
bit.
one mini, and it was like 1,200.
Yeah.
Down 1,200 there. So I'm
Order
just messing with
submitted.
one of the eval accounts, taking
Order submitted.
one mini today,
Okay.
and that chopped me up for like 1,200 in the hole, and I got about 200 something back on that
Order
RTY.
submitted.
Uh-huh.
So we'll see. Everything's still in this freaking first half hour range.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Well,
That's
except
the
RTY.
main problem.
Yeah, if this
RTY
candle right
high
here
side.
gets bought back up, then it's just that same thing. It's that.
Yeah, if they buy this candle back up again, dude,
Mhm.
that's going to be
It's
the
a lower
that's
high
the,
right there.
that's
Good
the
signal for you.
third high. I mean, that's the third time they've done it.
Yeah.
They did it starting back at 7:15 my time. They chopped us up to the long side. They chopped us up to the downside at 7:35. They chopped, and they now they're gonna, if they do it again,
Yeah. Yeah, because look at that 10. What is that? The last loss of the 20.
Yeah.
That big red candle there. I don't know what time that was, but
Oh yeah.
then the very next candle it confirmed and then fucking shot
it went
back
long.
up.
Yeah. That one, yeah.
And then it's doing the same thing right here. If this candle, it gives you the confirmation down and then just blows your doors off the other way.
Order submitted.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, yeah. Freaking
I'm sure it NQ right now, but
knock you around a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if they take it back up to the top.
See,
here.
there it is. Look at this. Look, there it is. Higher, low.
Huh. I want to say that they do want to break it to the high side. That's what I want to
Yeah.
say. Like, that's my gut. Like, to just
Here it comes,
honestly
dude.
sit
Look at
there.
this,
Order
fucking
submitted.
nailing you right here.
Honestly, just to sit there, you know, and just. But I don't know what the fuck these guys want to do, you know?
Q's on a daily form. They pulled us below the 5, then we reclaimed it, came back down, tested it, bounced off it. So
Killer when the confirmation is just a little wick and then it goes the other way.
Mm-hmm.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
it is too. They're gonna take this back up.
It feels like it wants to go up, no? The trend is up. Like since the floors, the trend is up. Higher, low, higher, low, higher, low.
There it goes.
The trend is
Fucking
up.
get
Yeah. they're
Fucker.
gonna- I don't know what these guys want to do. You know, just making it hard for normal dudes like us to make a buck around here.
I know, man. This is my last one. I'm up right now. I ain't fucking around with this thing. I don't feel like it's gonna break out of the range either way. Don't we have news coming up this week?
Yeah,
I heard someone-
I think on Wednesday.
Yeah, there's like something coming up, man. I mean,
I think
that's
Powell
not
is
even
tomorrow afternoon.
loaded. Yeah, so they ain't gonna break us. I think they just keep us right here. We'll probably battle this 347.45
Order
to the
submitted.
downside,
Yeah.
and then I think it'll keep us in the range, the 350
Order submitted.
range to the upside.
Order submitted.
Yeah.
Because the 347.45 is that daily 5 on the
Yeah.
Qs. And then, I don't know. Looks just like a range. What's your hourly look like? We're stuck in between two?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
Look at
the
this, blowing
market's
us off.
just gonna close over this opening hour range, period. Like on the NAS. So for all stocks, all fucking all futures, I mean, until we get outside this range, you have to imagine that it's just gonna go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down until it finally breaks out. I feel like they want to break us to the high side just due to the fact that a lot of selling pressure last week. We lost 6%. We reclaimed, barely 1% yesterday. So we can bounce, 1-2 days and they can still flush us out. That's fine. But I think the market does need a little bit of a bounce to get some better short setups here. But again, like there's not a lot of conviction to the long side. So it's a little bit tough, right? Like if we were over daily supply here and we're trading like this, I would say 100%. Yeah, let's get long on all of these long setups here because we're going to just rip. But it is what it is. Until they get us out of that.
It looks like on the hourly NQ, going back like 6 hours, it keeps bouncing off that 100.
Is it? Just give me a break. I don't care what side you break out to. Just give me one of them. Just give me one of them.
The 0500, that's 300. That's 3 a.m. your time.
We keep bouncing off that level.
It's wicking off the 1 hour 100.
Hmm. Yeah. I feel like we're going to go to the high side today. My luck, this thing will probably pull down all the way down to the bottom of the range here. Again, very, very choppy day. I'm actually going to go get some coffee. Someone let me know if we break the high or the low on Discord. That way I can like try to log on to my phone and see if I can catch a little something there. Probably be back in around 20, 25 minutes. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. It is what it is. I'll be back in about 20 minutes, guys.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
All right, buddy.